What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 33 of For the Love of the Game. And Queen's Park will be taking on Airdrie and Queen of the South today in our march towards attempting to promote into the Scottish Championship for the fourth season in a row. But after 11 matches, Queen's Park see themselves in fourth place, 18 points in that amount of matches. 1 point behind Morton, which is good, and 5 points ahead of Albion Rovers, who are trying to get into that last promotion playoff spot. Queen of the South and Berwick are starting to run away with the league. As you can see, Berwick 8-3-0, have yet to lose. Queen of the South only losing one match so far, so I can honestly say without a doubt that match versus Queen of the South is going to be one of our hardest this season. But just as we've been doing this well in the league, we've been doing fairly well in the cup competitions as well. Let's take a look here. We actually managed to get past the first round of the League Cup, defeating Dumbarton, as I showed in the last episode. But not only that, we took on Premiership side Wraith and defeated them 2-0 to advance to the third round of the League Cup. Andy McKinnon and Darren O'Brien picking up the 2 goals within a space of 3 minutes against the newly promoted Premiership side. Only took 12 shots, 4 of them on target, a lot less possession than I would have liked, but at the same time, this is a formation. The 4-5-1 that I'm using is a lot like the 5-2-3, where I throw it up forward and see what our strikers and wingers can do with it. But very happy that not only moving on to the third round of the League Cup for the first time ever, but also defeating a Premiership side at that. But then in the third round, we drew against Aberdeen. Yes, it was at home, but it didn't matter. Aberdeen are a very quality Premiership side, and they basically destroyed us in the first half in terms of possession and shots. These ending stats do not reflect the overall game, as we had a little better opportunity in the second, but by the end of the first half, Aberdeen were nearing like 65-66% possession. We did get a little back, and in fact, Kenny O'Brien had a chance to clear the clean sheet for Aberdeen in the 83rd minute, but however missed the penalty wide left. He shanked it so bad, I was surprised that he could miss it from there, but at the end of the day, it was an expected loss to a Premiership side, and also at the end of the day, it was better than expected. And in the Scottish Cup third round, we drew against Turf United and defeated them 3-2 away from home, seeing us advance to the fourth round, of this competition for the second time ever. Darren O'Brien picking up a hat-trick with the match winner eventually in the 71st minute. Turf United were hanging around all game. As you can see, almost even stats throughout the entire way. The only time they were different is we had less fouls than them. But 13 shots, 6 on target, even possession. And I didn't expect to have this much of a fight against Turf because they were just recently relegated back to League 2. But I want to say that they're going to be fighting. They're right there in the fight for the promotion back into League 1. So keeping as many of those players as they did from League 1, I can understand why they put up as much of a fight. And in the fourth round, which just drew a few weeks ago, actually just a couple days ago, I should say, we're going to be taking on Hamilton, and Hamilton, as of right now, are in the Scottish Premiership. So a loss coming up to be expected, but we'll just see how it goes, and it's going to be away. It's going to be at Hamilton too. But outside of those cup competitions, let's take a look at how we fared in the league. And since our last double live com of Berwick and Dumbarton, we've had a roller coaster ride, to be fair. The next match, we faced off against the same Airdrie team we were facing off against today, and drew with them 0-0. Not a lot happening there, except a couple of yellow cards on the Airdrie side. Had a good amount of possession, however, not a lot of shots taken on our side, something we need to rectify. We then lost to Queen of the South at home, as Queen of the South jumped on us early. Our only shot was also on target, and Andy McLean put that away. It was off of a corner, and Andy McLean heading that down into her goal. Like I said, that was our only shot, and our only shot on target. That just showed how defensively solid Queen of the South were. They eventually took the match in the 64th minute with a Scott Ferguson strike. We then picked up our second win against Morton. Or not second win against Morton, second win of the season against Morton, as Darren O'Brien and Stephen Donaldson both picking up goals with I've got to say, a little luck on both of them. They were both pinballers in the box that just managed to squeak past the goalkeeper. But 3 points is 3 points, and with the amount of shots we took, I would have liked to have seen us win. 14 shots with 6 of them on target. We then followed that up with a 1-1 draw to recently promoted side Stranraer. Martin McNiff picking up the goal just past the hour mark. However, Stranraer gained one back 9 minutes later. It was fairly even throughout. Really wanted to win this match, though, as I want to win all matches, but this one seemed a little too close to call. We then kept our unbeaten run going as we defeated Alloa 3-2 away from home, as Andy McKinnon, Kenny O'Brien, and Stephen Davidson eventually picking up the match winner late doors in the 88th minute to get us all 3 points. 13 shots, 6 on target, a little less than half possession, half percent possession. But at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points, and I'll take it. Against our rivals Clyde, we come up against them and we draw 2-2 as Ryan Waters and Liam Dunn, the youngster, getting himself his first goal of the season. Unfortunately, Clyde, within the last 30 minutes, were able to equalize, especially a late doors goal by Lee Cameron in the 84th minute, to steal the 3 points away from us. 9 shots, 6 on target, a little less possession, but at the end of the day, it's a draw that really should have been avoided. It should have been a win. We then went against top-of-the-table Berwick, and once again, we lost, this time by the scoreline of 3-1. Not the goal bonanza we had in the first episode, but at the same time, it was pretty much the same result. Berwick getting the same amount of shots taken, a little more on target, but were able to finish up all their chances. They were really good quality chances, too, but same time, 3 goals within 8 minutes. Just shows how very potent their offense is. You can see why they're at the top of the table. But then we got back to our winning ways as we defeated both Albion Rovers and Dumbarton by the equal score of 2-1. Against Albion Rovers, it was at home, as Andy McKinnon picking up a goal in the 39th minute, then Andy McLean, very, very late doors, 89th minute goal, as basically an answer to the Albion Rovers goal just 6 minutes earlier. 16 shots, 7 on target, relatively even possession, and then, as I said, the win versus Dumbarton. Darren O'Brien and Kenny O'Brien, they're not brothers, but they both are goal scorers, as Darren's goal in the 32nd minute, and then Kenny with the eventual match winner in the 77th off of a penalty, getting us all 3 points. And that's how we have 18 through 11. Not bad, not a bad run of form. A couple of losses in there that probably could have been avoided, maybe a draw or two that could have swung our way. But all in all, I'll definitely take where we're sitting as we're coming into the third of the season. So let's get into this match versus Airdrie. Airdrie are going to be coming out in a 4-5-1 formation. We're sticking with our V, our flying V. It's a reverse flying V, I guess. The starting lineups will be Kettings in net, McAusland, McLean, McNiff, and the only Mick not back there, Michael Alexander, will be the back 4. Craig McCall will be in the defensive mid position. John Watson and Connor Rennie sitting in the center mids. Darren O'Brien, Stephen Davidson out on the wings, and Ryan Waters will get his start up at the top. Let's continue this nice run of form. Let's see if we can at least get a draw against Airdrie, who are trying to fight off relegation. And team talks went okay. They could have done a little better, but we kick off. And you think I would have seen this 4-5-1 enough that I would have devised some sort of attacking strategy that could prove useful against this. Hopefully this 4-5-1 that I see will be able to be taken apart with the 4-V1 that I put together. But so far, after 20 minutes, we've taken 3 shots, but none of them on target. Airdrie have yet to take a shot. 36 minutes on, we do get a goal kick. We keep it down in the attacking half. Watson to McCall, playing it through the center. O'Brien back out to Watson. A lot of space out on the wings. The Airdrie are doing well to muck up that center. They're doing well to cut down all the passing lanes, forcing us to go backwards. As you can see now, all the way back to McLean, who fires it forward to Davidson. It balls back to McCall to Ryan Waters, who's able to bounce it off the goalkeeper and in. Queen's Park get up to a good lead, 1-0 after 37 minutes. Now, I gotta say, that is our first and only shot so far on target. It has not been a good day for our strikers and as our forwards in general. It looks like this may be a match that we need to hope that our defense can stay solid and hope that they don't get an equalizer. You can do better defensively. You can do midfield. You could do better, and up front, you could do a lot better as well. Second 45, let's go back out there. Let's try and get one more goal to potentially put this away, because it doesn't look like Airdrie have much in the form of an attacking presence. 59 minutes gone. Here we come with another attacking chance. Connor Rennie taking it up through the center, but once again, Airdrie with a lot of barricading. They're doing well to barricade that middle. Connor Rennie back out to Watson. Only swinging out to the wing. McAusland finds Darren O'Brien up front, and they're doing really well to tackle us. But from 20 yards out, maybe even 25, Connor Rennie just lasers it into the top left corner, and it's 2-0 to Queen's Park just as the hour mark passes. And John Watson's looking a little tired out there. I'm going to sub him out for... Do I want to do Jack Downey or do I want to do Hamish Burr? Jack Downey will come on for John Watson. And Danny McNulty's going to come on for Andy McLean. Keep that last sub in my back pocket just in case someone else goes out injured or is a little more tired than they should be. And as I say that, Martin McNiff gets himself injured, so I need to bring on my last sub, which I don't really have a center back that I could put out there. So Sean Johnston's going to have to play center back. He is out of position, but hopefully he can close it down for us in these last 20 minutes. 20 minutes plus. Just tell them to, come on guys, tighten up. Oh, we do have a free kick. It was in a good spot, but it's headed away. McCall getting it back in to Davidson. Finding space on the right to Connor Rennie. Down in the box. O'Brien to Johnston, and the ball goes out for a corner. It was a good save by the Airdrie keeper. Going out for a corner. Still 10 minutes left on the clock in this match. That looked dangerously close to a goal, but it went just wide of the post. If you want to pause and reset that, it looked really close to a goal. Time winding down. 4 minutes left on this clock. Another highlight showing us in possession. Long ball forward to Darren O'Brien. Options in the box. And Ryan Waters, who was definitely onside, he was behind Darren O'Brien, makes it 3 to Queen's Park, and we have this match firmly in control. Highlight directly from the kickoff, though. I'm worried about these because more than likely they always end badly for me. More than likely always. I don't know how to English today. But maybe for once we can have it go our way, as that was a nice head ball forward. But we don't get possession of it. There's a missed tackle by the midfielder. Sean Johnson has lost all his speed, but a good save by Kettings, preventing the lone striker out there from having any chance. 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock from another 3 points. Free kick on the edge of the box, cannons over the crossbar, and that's the last kick of the game. Full time, Queen's Park 3, Airdrie 0 here at Hampden Park, and overall a very good win for us. So now we turn our attention towards Queen of the South, and as I said, they are running pretty well as they're sitting in second place. They're actually tied with Berwick now, as Berwick find themselves with their first loss after Clyde took them out. Rather interesting. But in just 4 short days, we will be taking on Queen of the South. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with that match. Alright, and here we go for the second match here at Palmerston Park in Dumfries. It's Queen of the South versus Queen's Park, and once again another 4-5-1 formation Queen of the South is coming out with, and we're staying with the 4v1 with a few changes made basically for fitness. Sean Johnston is out there on the right, McNulty is taking over in the center, Michael Alexander is coming out on the left. In the middle we have Jack Downey coming in for Connor Rennie, and as much as I want to take Ryan Waters off for Andy McKinnon, he is the hot hand right now, or I should say the hot foot, as he has 6 goals in 6 matches. So I'm going to leave him out there. Hopefully he'll grab another one in for us and probably lead us to a point at the very least. So let's kick off and see what happens. Alright, and here we go. Queen of the South coming out in the sky blue and whites, and of course the black and white hoops of Queen's Park. Already 11 minutes in, Queen of the South with a nice attacking chance. Ball back in the box. Defenders don't know what to do, and Jack Downey in his first match back after like 4 with a harsh foul in the box, and then the ref's just handing out cards for fun right now. He just handed out a card to Sean Johnston and Darren O'Brien for arguing with the ref on that. But Queen of the South step up, and they make it 1-0 early after a really, really bad mistake by Jack Downey. So, I'm going to give them a little bit of encouragement early. Hope we can turn this around, but just 4 minutes later, Queen of the South coming in on another attack. Oh, off the crossbar and a good clearance away. Okay, I think I'm going to try something a little different, and that is I'm going to bring my wingers back. I know I'm playing them out of position, but I think I need a little bit more defensive mindedness to help this out. So we'll play them back there, go into a 4-1-4-1, and see what we can do with this. Actually, I'd probably change it up a little bit more. And yeah, they're both attacks, so that's good. But Queen of the South are just getting all the possession, all the attacks. Do get a nice dispossess here. We can play through the center. Long ball over the top. Doesn't work. It's Queen of the South with a long ball of their own. Good. Woo, off the crossbar. And I believe that's a corner, yes. Alexander kicked that out, and it's a corner. It just bounces off the post on the outside. I thought that was another goal for Queen of the South, but fortunately for us, it's not. And we're staying in this. As nervy as we are, we're staying in this match. And Jack Downey has definitely not played well at all today. I'm going to probably sub him out at halftime. Oh, down in the box, but no foul called by the ref. Just 3 minutes from time here at the half. Long ball forward. We do get the dispossess, and now we can try and hit them on a counter. Darren O'Brien coming up the wing. He has options in the center. He does. He crosses it in, but it's a good clearance away by Queen of the South player. And what a harsh tackle from Downey. That was 2-footed, and he's going to get himself sent off. There's not even going to be a chance here. It's a yellow. It's a straight red, and Jack Downey is basically proving himself to be playing out of my side. I'm going to try, if he keeps this up, because I don't even think his form was all that great as of recently. No, he's been hovering around 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" at the most. He's not proving to me that he should stay in the side, like, at all. So I'm probably going to get rid of him at next asking. But as of right now, I'm left with a tough decision here because I need to bring someone on. McCall, Watson can play defensive mid. I'm just going to play something like this. Just play defensive at this point. Prevent Queen of the South from getting in more goals. And Hamish Burr is going to come on for Darren O'Brien because he could play out there on the left. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do at this point. Jack Downey, excuse me. Can I lay into him? Yeah, I can lay into him. Yeah, seem down and pressurized. Well, that's what happens when you go 2-footed into a tackle. Of course I'm going to get mad. So we come out with 10 men for the next 45 minutes. All we can hope for is to try and put something together, maybe something lucky. But as it is right now, early, Queen of the South coming forward. We get a dispossess, though. Waters coming up. There really isn't anyone to help him since I'm sending 6 men back. Good tackle by Davidson out there on the wing. Do need to find somebody to push up forward for Ryan Waters. Ryan Waters gets over the top to Hamish Burr. Hamish Burr does have a couple of men in the box. He can cross it to. He finds Waters, and surprise, surprise, Ryan Waters with his head getting a goal for Queen's Park, and we knot it up at 1 apiece, down 10 men. Though this celebration may be short-lived, it's a good corner in the box. And Queen of the South get it right back just 4 minutes later. As I said, the celebration short-lived as Queen of the South putting together a very nice bit of play to get that ball in the box. And Ryan Waters is going to come out since he's looking tired. Andy McKinnon will replace him. Let's save one last sub. That's the thing. We weren't looking too terribly bad up until that sending off. But at the end of the day, getting sent down to 10 men is never ideal. Kevin McNaughton, one of my youth players, is going to come on for John Watson as the final sub, just to try and give him a bit of a run out. Who knows? He may be the one that's going to replace Jack Downey. I'll have to take a look. But time is just running by, and so are the amount of chances that Queen's Park are going to have. We did have 8 shots with 4 of them on target, but at the end of the day, 11 is better than 10. And Queen of the South are going to win this match 2-1 with about 30 seconds left to go. Just the final highlight of the match. Queen of the South showing why they deserve to be in the title hunt. As I don't know how the Berwick match is, but any other results than a win, and Queen of the South will be seeing themselves top of the table. We could drop down to 4th, which isn't too bad for us if Morton had won. And Morton did win. And Berg drew, so Queen of the South are at the top. Queen's Park dropping down to 4th, but we are still 5 points clear of Alloa, which isn't too terribly bad. So, but we still have a lot on our plates and a lot for me to think about of who I should be putting in my squad selection, especially since Jack Downey is playing himself out of my team. So he's not going to be featuring probably for the next couple of matches. And Andy McLean out 5 to 6 weeks with a pulled hamstring. Not good. Not appealing, and I don't want to view that instance. Whoops. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. There we go. Alright, so now taking a look ahead for the fixtures. We do have good bits to go. Actually, let me get all these matches back in here. So in 2 matches' time, we have that 4th round cup match versus Hamilton, but obviously I'm not going to be coming back for that one, since I don't feel that we can win it. I will, however, come back versus... Man, how far are we off till the end of the season? No, that can't be it. Hold on. I'm going to say, the season doesn't end in March. Come on, game. We are going to be coming back. Well, we got to get the rivalry match in there. We're going to come back versus Morton and Clyde. Either Morton and Clyde or Clyde and Stranraer. Actually, you know what? We'll do that how we always do. Since Clyde and Stranraer straddle the end of the transfer window, we will come back for that, and we'll show you what we did in the transfer window to see how we strengthened the side. So until that time, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.